Tracy with the Limelight Pet Project, and today we are at the Noah Center with Katrina Whedon. And who do we have for adoption today?
We have Miss Gertie. She's a lovely 2-year-old boxer mix of some kind.
So how would you describe Gertie's personality?
She's very outgoing. She loves people. She loves pleasing people. She loves attention. She loves going and doing things. Really, she just likes things to stimulate her brain and mentally, and for her, that's meeting people.
Yeah. Well, and it's been a really busy morning at the Noah Center. Lots of people are interested in meeting dogs. So she's seen lots of people go by, dogs go by. She's seen little kids. And she's barked a little bit, but she's kind of taken everything in stride.
Yep, she does a really good job, especially with a handler that's working to distract her from certain focuses, because she does love dogs. She's done great with dogs, but she's very reactive when she sees other dogs, especially if those dogs are barking back.
Right. She has a lot to say in return.
She has a lot to say. So she definitely needs someone that's going to be able to manage that behavior. It did come up as she's been here longer and longer. It wasn't how she reacted when she first came.
Right.
So I do think it's primarily shelter stress and anxiety. Obviously, we can't guarantee that though. So my hope is that she can go home with someone, she can calm down, get some training, some work, and I feel like I can pretty likely say it's not a behavior that will stick with her forever. As long as she gets that work and opportunity when she first goes home.
Well, and she's been here for a few months.
Yep.
And even in the best of shelters, it can be kind of stressful for a dog because it's not a home environment.
Exactly.
For them. And she wasn't doing that when she first got here.
And most of it, you got to just think about, I would be frustrated too if I had to stay in a space and not meet and see all the people and dogs that are walking out in front of me. So in a way, for some very outgoing dogs, it can be torturous because they're not able to go and say hi.
Right. That makes sense.
And that's kind of what she's dealing with right now.
So what would be Gertie's ideal living situation, do you think?
I think she, honestly, with how I've seen how she does with kids, I think she'd love a family, one where there's often someone home with her. She probably, with some work, would be fine with someone having to leave. She doesn't have a ton of anxiety when it's just her, and if she's in a home, it's not like she'd see all of these dogs walking past her room.
Right, and that's a lot for any animal.
Exactly. It's just a shelter environment, and the behavior of dogs in a shelter is not indicative of how they're going to be in a home most of the time.
Right.
But I think she'd love a group where there was quite a few people in the home. But she'd also do great with just one person. I mean, honestly, her only ideal is someone that's able to work with her and commit to her.
What are some of her favorite things to do?
She loves running. She's a big jumper, so she kind of bounces.
A little bit of a Tigger.
Yep, a little bit. And pool time. She does love a pool.
She loves water.
Yeah.
That's
she's a water
good.
dog.
So then hopefully she also likes bath time.
Well, maybe. You never know. I have water dogs and they don't like bath time.
I know. Sometimes they're like, wait a second, play
like, this isn't,
this
is sneaky. This is sneaky water time.
Oh, so she's kind of dog selective, but
but she's had longtime friends while she was here. She came in with another dog and they shared a room until he got adopted. She just needs time to be able to meet other dogs, so I would ask that people bring their dogs in. But her dog friend in the past was a very mellow, outgoing guy. She's got a limp right now because she keeps bouncing at the door.
I was just going to ask, so she's only about 2.
Yeah.
Any behavioral or health issues other than the slight limp and not showing well in the shelter?
Yep, that's pretty much it. And the limp is, we're working on treating it right now, but a lot of it is she does like to bounce and she likes to push against her door with her legs.
Yeah.
So at some point she did something she shouldn't have.
Right. Oh, baby. Now, what's your favorite thing about her?
My favorite thing about her is her voice. She has a very squeaky, high-pitched voice that she likes to greet people with. And just her personality. She's a really fun dog to hang out with.
Well, she seems so sweet. She's so soft.
Yeah.
And she's already all dressed up. She's got some eyeliner.
Yeah. She's ready to go to events. She's ready to be fancy.
She's pink carpet ready.
And if you
Her little
sit with
pink
her in her
collar.
room long enough, she just wants to sit in your lap and lay
Oh.
down. So she's an active dog when she chooses to be, but she also just loves cuddles.
Oh, see, I was wanting to give her a little bit of a snuggle, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to push it too quickly, but it sounds like that's your thing if you have your own person. Aw. What would her perfect day look like?
Getting lots of whipped cream and giving lots of kisses.
So she'd probably like to go through the drive-through and get a puppuccino.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And do you know how she is in the car, or has that not really been tested?
We haven't really tested because she arrived in a crate in a
Okay.
van. So we don't really know that. And then we don't really know how she is with cats. She does have a high prey drive for like birds and bunnies that she sees. Sometimes that translates to cats, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
The main thing is if you do have cats in your home, doing that introduction very slowly and safely and making sure your cats have somewhere safe to go and working with her that if she is interested in them, you give her things that are more interesting, that being around you is more important than being around the cats.
So her ideal home would probably have a fenced yard, at least
People,
one person to
yeah.
spend time with her, maybe another dog.
Yeah, maybe
if
another
it's
dog
the
if
right
it works
fit.
out.
Yeah. So if somebody sees this segment, they fall in love with Gertie, how do they reach out to the Noah Center?
They can give us a call to ask more info about her, or please just show up. We're first come, first serve, and she's been waiting quite some time.
Yeah, she's ready.
And she'd love to meet people that are interested, and even if she doesn't work out, we have a ton of other dogs.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much, Katrina, and thank you,
Yeah.
Gertie.
She's
Here's
such a
to
good
hoping
girl.
Somebody sees your segment and falls
Such a
in love
good
with you.
girl.
And this has been Tracy with the Limelight Pet Project. We shine the light on harder to adopt pets because their stories are worth telling.